what are you saying? Obviously, the MDR, IVDR, it's been huge on the medical device side. You look back 2 years, half of the governing bodies, actually, I think more than that went away, and then there's a few that came back. So the timeline there, the pressure to get those things done. What are you seeing on the CRO side relevant to MDR, IVDR?
Right. So MDR, I guess just for some background knowledge for folks that might not be as familiar with the EU MDR and IVDR and how COVID-19 affected that. So MDR originally was supposed to go into effect May of 2020 and IVDR May of 2021, right? Once COVID-19 hit, the EU decided to accommodate the pandemic and push some of these deadlines and applications out, right? The transition from the traditional MDD to MDR and then IVDD to IVDR. So MDR went into place, or its application began in May of this year, May 2021. IVDR is scheduled to go into place May of 2022. The EU recently did just announce that the transition period for IVDR will be extended, and in some cases it depends on the class of diagnostic product, from what we've seen. So depending on the risk level of your diagnostic product, the transition period is either shorter or longer. Yep, class. So with more, we'll just say high risk class, it is a shorter transition period. You have until 2025. With lower risk, you could have up to 2027, I believe. So, in terms of the market effects of EU MDR and IVDR, it's been really interesting. We certainly have seen more companies that are in a stage of determining which market to start elect to go FDA first, right, as opposed to battling the MDR and IVDR requirements and changes, partly because the expectation, or what we have seen with MDR and will see with IVDR, is a tightening of regulations and requirements for these products, right? And I think a lot of companies want to see it play out and better understand what the tightening of regulations will look like before they go about it. Now, the benefit of the EU regulatory team within IQVIA MedTech is that we have a very strong pulse and very close communication with a lot of these notified bodies and understanding what these regulations and changes might look like. And we're able to really help companies develop a strategy for managing MDR and IVDR. In addition to that, we can also help companies understand how different channels of real-world evidence and data could be used to submit for post-market surveillance requirements that might be issued by MDR or IVDR as well. Hear me, what you speak.